Hello and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here then hello and thank you for watching. So in today's video I'm actually going to be doing a big spring clean of the house. It's something I like to do every season, summer, autumn, winter. But yeah, I just feel like the house really needs it right now. We are generally very good at keeping on top of it. Obviously, our house is a big part of my work and it's like my portfolio for design clients and stuff. But if you didn't know or you're new here, we are actually moving. So this will probably be the last kind of big clean I do before we move. So I have actually just started reading the book by Marie Kondo, who is the organising pro from Netflix a few years ago. And I was listening to a podcast the other day as well, where Michelle Agundahan, who is an interiors expert, was talking about kind of getting rid of something every day. And so you go through a month, the first day you get rid of one thing, second day two things, third three, so on for 30 days. Which we're actually going to start doing after I've done this big clean. So I will let you know how that's going in one of my future videos. But before I put all of the spring accessories and soft furnishings, plants, that kind of stuff out, I want to have a big spring clean, a bit of an organise, clear out some of the cupboards, and yeah, I thought I would talk you guys through what I'm doing. I'm probably going to do some kind of voiceover rather than just like film me chatting with everything, because I'm actually going to go in with the cleaning products. But we'll kind of pick up the camera and try and chat with you as it's going on as well. And if you want to see me adding spring to my home, make sure you're subscribed, and that will be my next video with lots of tips and ideas on how you can make your home feel a bit airier and a bit more kind of suited to the spring season. So I've got my comfies on, fresh face, it's 9 o'clock, and let's get into it. Okay, so I always start my cleaning by getting out all of my cleaning products and first just kind of spraying everywhere, giving loads of things a wipe down. In the kitchen, I like to pull everything away from the side, make sure I'm really scrubbing it, even doing things like the kettle, wiping the sides of the cupboards. I like to give the sink area a really big clean because I think it's a space that can get very dirty. Just jumping in here, I'm by no means a cleaning expert at all, but a good kind of tidying technique that I've always done is when I'm kind of going around, look at things that I'm no longer using or that I don't love how they look there anymore, and I always just put them kind of in the centre of that room, so the dining table, the island or whatever, and then at the end kind of clean each of them and then put them away. And then when I'm doing my going through, kind of getting rid of things, giving them to friends, charity shops, kind of recycling them, I can look at them and think, will I want them in the future? Will I want them in the next house? Do they serve a purpose? And if not, I can pass them on and I can clear some space and just feel that bit cleansed. But obviously, so like this, I love, there's a diffuser I really like, but we don't use it plugged in there. This terracotta pot I love, but I've not got anything in there right now. This old Neptune diffuser, you honestly can't even smell anymore, so I'm going to get rid of that, but it's just a good way of kind of cleansing whilst you're cleaning. Also, another good tip, listen to YouTube videos, whether it's mine or someone else's that you enjoy watching. Just pop that on in the background on your laptop or your phone whilst you're cleaning, and it kind of distracts you from what you're doing, and I think it makes you think of it as a nice thing. Right, carrying on. Okay, carrying on here, I like to make sure that everything is topped up in my storage jars. I usually give them a really good wipe out, and again, move the coffee machine away from the wall because I make coffees here like 3-4+ times a day, so there's obviously some spillage and little bits get kind of behind everywhere, and having the exposed wood, I want to make sure that I'm keeping it clean. I actually removed all of these pots from the side and gave it a good wipe underneath. And then with the oven, I actually like to use a bit of cream cleaner every now and again just to give it a good scrub under the rings to make sure any grease and kind of lime scales coming off. I get a lot of questions about the stone backsplash, but it's fine, it doesn't get dirty. For the dining room, again, just wiping down the sides, using lots of different products. I do this kind of every week or so, but I just want to do it a bit more thoroughly now. I'm kind of picking everything up, going underneath it all, dusting the inside of my vases, just making sure that everywhere feels really fresh. The dogs obviously just kind of sit and stare at me, which is a bit annoying because I'm jealous of their life. So I have pretty much finished cleaning everywhere. I've like wiped down all of the sides, I've tidied away any clutter, I've like remade the beds, I've done all of the kind of like anti-backing, pulling things away. I didn't want to show you all of it because honestly it was much the same of what I was doing, but now I need to do the floors. I want to hoover like all of the sofa, give it a really good clean, and then I'm going to like plump all the cushions, spritz everything with, I know a lot of people say it's not great, and I haven't used this in years, but just this Febreze fabric freshener. This one is pet safe, so I mean that's good, but I won't use it near the dogs. I'll put them away when I'm doing it. And yeah, but I've actually just got a new hoover, so I thought I would open it with you. So the one I've got is the Bosch Unlimited 7 Pro Animal. So it's actually a really funny story. Mikey, our Dyson broke. Let me just get some scissors. Our Dyson basically stopped working as well, probably about 6 months ago, but we have been researching, trying to find a replacement, and Mikey ordered this hoover, and then honestly, completely out of the blue, my new management reached out to me and asked if I'd be open to working with Bosch as like a long-term ambassador, and we just bought a new hoover, which we hadn't even unboxed. It had arrived like a week or so ago from John Lewis, and then they reached out, so they sent me exactly the same one, which is really strange. And yeah, so I am going to be trying this today. I'll let you know my thoughts, but we had done a lot of research, we tested various hoovers, and this was the one that always came out on top, so I can't see that I would have any issue, but I'll obviously say exactly what I think. So I'm really bad with reading instructions and stuff, so I probably won't, but that is the Pro Animal brush, so that's the end of the hoover. I'm going to try and keep everything organised. There's the attachment that we tend to use for like skirting boards and stuff like that, which is really handy because of the bristles. What's this one for? That's cool. It's just like a mini hoover. I want to get to the main event. There's the charger. Beautiful. This is nice. This feels nicer than our Dyson one, I won't lie. There's a wall mount in there, a few other parts. I think I'll leave these in here because I'll keep the Dyson, just a small, kind of smaller parts. That's cool. So what I really liked, this is why Mikey liked this as well, there's a button that you can press that makes it go from doing this to being able to bend under surfaces really quickly. So that's a massive, massive bonus. Right, let's try and get this. Nothing better than like an easy hoover. You know, when everything just attaches and kind of works straight away. So I'm guessing I need to charge it. So I'm going to put that on charge now. I'll just do it over here. And then I'm going to... Oh, I dropped the charger. And then I'm actually going to... Oh, what's that? I haven't got the battery on. would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it, guys? I wonder if that means you can just charge the battery. Oh, it's powerful. Yeah, I wonder if you can charge the battery not being on. What I'm going to do is just kind of use it now, see how I get on. Well, I'm going to charge it, then use it, and then I will let Mikey read all of the kind of instructions and everything later. Is anyone else like me and they just let their other half do that bit? Cool, that is on charge, so I'm going to keep all of the packaging and just kind of set it to one side. Like I said, Mikey might want to flick through. And I'm now going to do the dusting, the kind of cushion plumping and spritzing, like I mentioned. And I will I'm going to be using my feather duster, which I use all the time. I honestly think it's one of the best things. I actually need to get a new one. I've had this for a couple of years. But it can all be recycled, which is good. It's just wooden with feathers. And it was from Dunelm for about £10. So yeah, gonna crack on with dusting now. Okay, I know I just mentioned it, but this duster is amazing. I really need to get a new one. I'll leave it linked down below, but I love to give the house a proper dust. I know you can't see me now, there I am. But I actually love dusting. It's one of my favorite things to do. I think it picks up so much of the kind of just loose bits that fall, especially when you live in an older house. Again, I get a lot of questions about having open shelving. I don't have any problem with it. We keep our house very clean, so yeah, there's never any issue with bowls and stuff getting dirty, and we also use them a lot, so if there's something that I haven't used for a couple of weeks, I'll make sure to give it a good rinse out. I dust literally everywhere in our house, paneling, shelving, just give it all a proper dust to make sure it's all nice and clean and feeling fresh. That is kind of the only con of an older property, well, one of the only cons. It obviously does get quite dusty quite easily, so it's good to stay on top of it, and these dusters are amazing. Okay, guys, sorry, my trousers are a bit loose, so I'm just doing them up, but I have finished dusting. I still need to polish, but I just am really raring to get going with this vacuum. What I'm not sure on is how you know if the head is for hard floors or for carpets. So I think I'm just gonna, even though it's something, this is very, very unlike me, I'm just gonna look in the manual and see if it says anything about kind of which head does what. Guys, I think it's a one head does all, so I'm going to give it a go, and I will let you know when I've kind of finished vacuuming my thoughts on the Hoover. I'm going to do like the sofa, behind furniture, so I'm not going to vlog the whole thing, but yeah, I will let you know my thoughts in a sec. So I have just finished vacuuming the house and spritzing everywhere. Just thought I'd give some thoughts on the vacuum. So it definitely sucks up a lot more than the Dyson, and as far as I'm aware, the head, the same one, worked on carpets, hard floors, which on my old vacuum you had to swap it over, but I'm going to try and look through the manual and learn a bit more later, because it kept kind of turning off and I couldn't figure out the different modes like auto, turbo, all of those things, and I want to make sure that we kind of are using it properly, doing everything right, because the suction on it was so good. I think it actually could be that it wasn't fully charged. I only left it on charge for 20 minutes or so, so it kept on kind of, when I changed surfaces, it would chime out. So I don't want to give you guys like a full review, go and get it now until I've actually tried it, or tried it properly, knowing how to use it, but it was definitely much better than my Dyson. So if you're struggling with the Dyson and want to try something new, I definitely suggest it. I cleaned the dog's beds with it and it sucked up all the hair really well using that small attachment, so that was really good. yeah, the house is feeling fresh. I always feel like I want to make some Instagram and TikTok content when it's feeling this nice, so I might try and do that now. Yeah, and then I've got a busy afternoon of meetings. It's lunchtime now, so that took me like 3.5 hours. So a pretty good amount of time to do such a good kind of sort out and clean. And I'm just really eager to put spring pieces into the house now, swap the cushions, kind of swap even like some of the mugs I like to change over for the new season, go shopping for some plants and some preserved stems, all of those things. So if you do want to see that, that probably will be the next video from me now. So make sure you're subscribed and I will catch you guys then. Bye.